Alright guys, so I just saw a commercial a little bit ago for suicide prevention, and it got me remembering that sometime last year there was this preacher from California or something like that who had this organization he started to help with depression and this and that, and he ended up being depressed himself and killed himself. And I remember all these people, and I'm not going to name names, but there was some people that I even thought and started paying attention to, and I was still new and all this, with the truth and all. So I wasn't sure who'd follow and listen to and this and that. But I was on Twitter when he killed himself, and all these people started pouring in with, oh, well, at least he's with Jesus, he's out of this cruel world, this and that. I want to tell you guys, because it bothered me so bad last year. And I actually wrote like a 5-page thing of scriptures and came up with all this stuff that proved that you don't go to heaven if you kill yourself. I don't care if you consider yourself a Christian or not. You will not make it to heaven if you kill yourself. The Bible is very clear on this. You have to run the race. You have to make it to the end. And you have to, like, if you give up, you're giving up on your faith. Your faith, if it's true, should carry you enough to not give up. Now, I'm not being harsh here. Trust me, before I became born again and knew what all that meant and everything, I was depressed. I had gone through a divorce. I had my moments where I wanted to give up and kill myself. I know what that's like. I'm not saying that at all. But since I've been truly born again and know what it means to have Jesus in your life and seen how he's transformed me and what it means to have a new spirit and his mind state and seek after his will and what God wants for your life and everybody else's life, I'm not like that anymore, guys. Jesus will truly transform you, for number one. But number two, if you believe you're a Christian and you still want to kill yourself, and you think that when you open your eyes on the other side of this, you're going to end up with Jesus holding you, making you feel better because you're out of all this cruel stuff, you're not. You are giving up. I just want to stress that. I just want you to understand that and it be clear, because think about it this way. I know it's hard to see on where you're at right now. But think about it this way. Why would Jesus accept you into his arms as a professing Christian? Because you gave up on the hardship. Jesus died for us. He went through the broken... My daughter, 4 years old last night, was praying after I read her about Jesus' death. And she was thanking him for being bruised and broken bones and the soldiers beating him up and all this and that. She thanked him at 4 years old for going through that for us. If he went through that for us, why are we giving up on this world and copping out and thinking that it's okay? Why do you think you can turn and say, oh, well, Jesus understands I can't do it? No, the Bible tells you, and I cannot find the notes right now, but I will do a whole nother video on this in the future, but the Bible tells you he gives you all the strength you need. He gives you everything that you need. If you're focused on his kingdom, you're not going to worry about it. Think about what the apostles went through. Think about the beatings they took. Think about being in jail and everything else. I'm not trying to be mean. I've been in your shoes. I know what it's like on the other side of this conversation. I know how you probably feel on the other side of this conversation. But don't think that you're going to be accepted in Jesus' arms. The Bible tells you you're not going to. You cannot kill yourself and expect to go to heaven. I mean, I'm telling you because I love you. I don't want you to think. And what bothers me even more than that is not the people who are down and depressed. I get being down and depressed. Trust me. You don't think clearly when you're like that. What bothers me more is all these Christians, all these so-called professing Christians who really think that these people are going to heaven, who don't understand it themselves. If you're one of them people watching this video, search the scriptures. I will put the links on the next video, or I'll put the scriptures in the YouTube description in the next video, but I wanted to get this one out because it keeps bothering me every time I see a suicide prevention commercial. One, being there in the past myself. Number two, reading comments when people die. Oh, well, he went to heaven. No, that person probably did not. not being judgmental, the Bible tells us what to look for in a true Christian. So one, these people probably weren't in the first place. But number two, if not, they gave up. Don't be like them. Use them. Paul and other people in the Bible say these people in the past were for our example. Use them as your example. They are burning in hell right now, realizing their mistake, wishing they could redo it, wishing they could continue on and hold on, and they're not getting the chance. But they're screaming and crying, telling you not to make their mistake and do the same thing. That's also in the Bible, where Jesus turned around and was talking about Lazarus and the rich person who was wishing that he had helped him and gave a handout and wanted to come back and visit his family, and was told, well, if they didn't believe then, they're not going to believe now. So I didn't mean to ramble on, but I feel passionate about this, guys. I know it's hard. Reach out to somebody. Seek Jesus first, because all the counselors in the world and all the worldly and secular opinions aren't going to matter nothing. That probably actually hurt you worse. Trust me. I've been there. I've been put in counseling, everything, okay? It's not helpful. Finding Jesus is helpful. It's the only thing that's helpful, but I'm saying that is your help. Finding Jesus. If you find that and you are learning and you're struggling and you're trying to get past it, to start with the new man, reach out to somebody who's really a godly, born-again Christian who can be a good influence, who can give you the right words. My DM is always open. My timeline is always open. If you guys want to hit me up, I will be there for you. I love yous. Please heed my warning. Bye.